Most Reverend Honesto Choco, our State Chaplain, our Bishop of Cubao, Father John Neniman, California State Chaplain, Monsignor Pepe Quitorio, and other members of the clergy present this morning, worthy Luzon Deputy Arsenio Isidro Boyap, worthy California State Deputy Raymond Warner, our Convention Chairman Bonifacio Martinez, past Luzon deputies, Luzon State officers, President Chris Lewis, President of American Welfare Mission, worthy district deputies, worthy granites, worthy district masters of the fourth degree, area managers, brothers and sisters. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. We are very privileged this morning to have with us our friends from California. Not only the state deputy and his wife, Purita, but also the American Mission World Chair. Anyway, they have their part later on. This morning, I bring you warm greetings from our Supreme Knight, Carl A. Anderson, the Supreme Board of Directors, and the Supreme Officers. It is my distinct honor and privilege to be with you this morning, on the occasion of the Luzon's 12th State Convention here at Manila Grand Opera House. As your Supreme Director, it is one of our duties to attend and represent the Supreme Council in state conventions where we were assigned to. And this morning, it is my pleasure and privilege to inform you that during our last Supreme Board of Directors meeting held at Washington, D.C., JW Marriott Hotel, the board unanimously approved the reappointment of our 3 Philippine territorial deputies. Let's give our very own Arsenio Boyap a round of applause. So they will be serving again for a term of 2 years. That means from July 1, 2013 up to June 30, 2015. Because their first term will end this June 30, 2013. And also, Visayas Deputy Rodrigo Sorongon and Mindanao Deputy Balbino Fauni. They will be serving for another term of 2 years. Dahil po sa kanilang magandang performance during the past Columbian years. Alam po ninyo, during Columbian year 2011 to 2012, sila pong tatlo, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao Deputy, they were able to achieve the Supreme Knights Circle of Honor Award. So, kaya lang, hindi po sila nakarating doon sa Cayman, because of some problem with the visa. Anyway, because of their performance, they were given that privilege to be in the Circle of Honors Award. And this Columbian year, 2012 to 2013, I am again confident that the 3 Philippine deputies will make it again to the Circle of Honor. Of course, ang ating Luzon jurisdiction is always on top. Alam po ninyo, first time in the history sa Knights of Columbus, na Luzon jurisdiction, we were able to achieve the 3 categories, membership, quota, net, and net sa membership growth. Nag-number 1 po ang Luzon 2 beses, di ba? Palagpakan po natin si Luzon Deputy Sino Yap. However, nakakalungkot, although palagi po natin nakukuha yung new membership growth, new council development, and other activities. However, ang malungkot, I think all of you, worthy district deputies, worthy granites, alam po ninyo ano yun? The suspension of councils and members. Every year, nadadagdagan po ang ating suspended councils based on the record. Yun po ang nakakalungkot. Every time meron kaping board meeting, our Supreme Knight is very, very concerned about the suspended councils. So it's about time tayo po mga worthy granites, worthy district deputies, please give more work on this. Avoid any suspension of councils. Alam naman po natin kung bakit masususpend ang council, di ba? Ang iba diyan kasi delayed lang ang payment. But there are other reasons, marami pong dahilan. So, the message of our Supreme Knight is to reactivate suspended councils. Okay? Is that clear? The answer is very, very weak. I almost cannot hear it. Can you please repeat? Yes. What do you mean, yes? We'll do it? Pangako po niyan sa akin, sa kay Luzon Deputy, ha? I hope by next year, there will be less o baka more suspension. That's really a big problem. That's our perennial problem. Now we go on degree ceremony. On first degree ceremonial, councils, I'm happy that councils are responding positively, and more of councils are forming new teams. Once they use the ceremonial, they find out that it is easier than they thought. There should be no more excuses for a delay in getting new recruits through their first degree. There should be no delay at all. Do not let the candidates wait 1 or 2 or 3 weeks or days. Men should never have to wait more than 1 week or 2. While we prefer that parts should be memorized, parts may now be read. If team members who have memorized the parts are not available, so that the degree initiation will proceed on as scheduled without postponing it. Please avoid postponing the schedule. These changes means that every council can and should have its own first degree team that is scheduled first degree as often as possible. That's why our Supreme Council, our ceremonial chairman, headed by our past Supreme Knight, Virgil Decant, relaxed on the first degree ceremonial. They are now allowing for the reading. But this is only good for 2 years. So, recruit 1 member per council per month. This is as part of your membership 365 degrees incentive. Now, on the role of the chaplain, I'm very happy today that we have a lot of clergies here, state chaplain, council chaplains. You know, the Supreme Council, for the past 2 years, we are working closely with our state chaplains, exploring ways to enhance the role played by your council chaplains. Our Supreme Knight, our Supreme Chaplain, Bishop Lori, are very anxious to give your council chaplain a greater opportunity to lead the way toward a deeper appreciation and understanding about faith. So at each council meetings now, we have changed. The Supreme Council have changed the method of conducting a meeting. If you'll notice, the chaplain's message now, nilagay po sa una. Di ba ho? What reason? This is in order to give our council chaplain the opportunity to make an important contribution to your meetings while tending to their other pastoral responsibilities in the parish. Because kung lalagay po natin sa huli ang council chaplain message, marami po siyang gagawin sa kanyang parish, di ba? It is a Sunday. Usually we hold meetings on Sunday. That's why every time nandiyan na po ang council chaplain, please let him talk immediately. Okay? Is that clear? Worthy Granites? Alam ba ng mga district deputies yan? O hindi kayo bumibisit sa council ninyo? Okay, now on the Supreme Convention 2013 update. The 131st Supreme Annual Convention will be held at J.W. Marriott, San Antonio Hill Country Club. This will be in San Antonio, Texas, from August 6 to 8, 2013. So we are asking those members with visas, US visas, or for those who wish to apply, you went to attend the Supreme Convention, they can book their hotel room accommodations, state dinner tickets, and registration online at www.kfc.org/reservations. However, J.W. Marriott will not be able to accommodate all convention attendees. No? Dahil sa malaki po ang ating delegates, J.W. Marriott will not be able. So for the J.W. Marriott Hotel, only delegates, this means official delegates, the hierarchy, and the priest will be accommodated sa J.W. Marriott Hotel. Non-delegates may be accommodated in a nearby satellite hotels like Hyatt Place, Courtyard by Marriott, and Residence Inn. No? Shuttle service will be provided to and from the satellite hotels. So may libre naman pong shuttle to bring you, kung halimbawa you're staying at Hyatt Place or Courtyard or Residence Inn, there will be shuttle bus to transport you, to bring you to J.W. Marriott kung saan po, andun po ang convention. Is that clear? So yung mga may US visa, one wish to attend, you can apply online. Now, in support of our new Pope, ang team po natin, a new Pope, a new hope for the Knights of Columbus. As Supreme Knight noted in his remarks, the most important event for the Knights of Columbus and all Catholics this year has been the election of Pope Francis, following the unprecedented retirement of Pope Benedict XVI. Pope Francis is the first Pope from the American Hemisphere, and his election underscores the important work of evangelization that has taken place and must continue to take place in the New World. It plays a key importance to the future of our church. Pope Francis has become a witness to love of neighbor by the way he lives out charity, the first principle of the Knights of Columbus. It is important that we follow his lead in bringing the light of Christ to our neighbors and the places where our councils are established. Through our efforts for evangelization and in our charitable work, it is wonderful to have another great Pope so committed to charity as Pope Benedict's successor. The Knights of Columbus must be at the forefront of extending to Pope Francis personal witness to charity into each community in which we have a council. Pope Francis needs our support in two ways. First, through our prayers. Secondly, through our commitment to charitable service for those in need. In light of Pope Francis' dedication to charity, a dedication that we share in our first principle of charity. The Supreme Council has announced a membership and program incentive in honor of Pope Francis. So starting from April to June 30th this year, each time a council takes part in a first degree that brings at least one new member into the council, it is entered into competition for one of the two all expenses paid trips to Italy, including tours of Rome and Assisi in early October 2013 for the Grand Knight and the membership director along with their wives. I think, mga worthy Grand Knights, did you receive the notice of the Supreme Knight? Okay. This is in time for the Supreme Board of Directors meeting and pilgrimage in Rome from October 8 to 14, 2013. So it is an opportunity for you, for the Grand Knights, to meet our Supreme Board of Directors there. In addition, each time a council conducts a hands-on service program to help those in need, it has the opportunity also to enter into second part of the incentive for one of two all expenses paid October trips to Italy for the Grand Knight naman and his program director and their wives. So yung kanina sa membership, the Grand Knight and the membership director, ito naman sa service program, it is the Grand Knight and his program director. So the winners will be selected after July 1st, 2013. For Father McGivney's venerable servant of God, as you all probably know, the cause of sainthood of our founder, Venerable Father Michael J. McGivney, continues. In order to take the next step in the process and be named blessed, the Vatican must approve a miracle granted through his intercession. The cause continues to move forward, and the postulator in Rome has been looking into a possible miracle through Father McGivney's intercession that was mentioned by knowledge by our Supreme Knight at last year's convention. And this might happen here in the Philippines, the first miracle, okay? Knights should pray the prayer for the canonization of Father Michael J. McGivney at home with their families. Every council also should recite the prayer for canonization of Father Michael J. McGivney during the regular business meetings. Always invoke the intercession of Father Michael J. McGivney in all your needs, and be sure to report any favors received through our founder's intercession. My brother Knights, let our successes over the past years be a starting point for the new successes in the coming year. Let us make sure that every council is active and is encouraging members to participate in all council's service projects activities. Let us encourage to protect our families also and support the work of the order. Let us encourage our brother Knights to take advantage of our Casey Papi insurance program to protect our families and support the works of the order. Let us stand in solidarity with our Holy Father, Pope Francis, as he begins his papacy. Let us work together with charity, unity, fraternity, so that we can meet those needs and create a better world, one family, one council, one parish, and one community at a time. Maraming pong salamat sa inyong lahat. God bless us all. Happy 12th Luzon State Convention. Be but Jesus.